perfect. So, okay, are there any strange naming patterns in German genealogy research that we should be aware of?
So I don't know if they're strange, but they're different from other countries.
Okay.
Typically, German babies have more than one name. At least 3, sometimes 4, 5, 6. I've seen lots.
Oh my goodness!
And
are they all given names, meaning they could be called by that name, or is there usually one name that's actually the name they're called?
If it's a boy, the first name is almost always Johann.
Okay.
And if it's a girl, it's almost always Anna Maria or Anna Margrethe.
Oh.
And of course, when they come as an immigrant to the United States, their names get shortened or they get changed, like Johann would, Americanized to John.
Okay, that makes sense.
But a lot of times, the baptism record is the only place where they use all of their names. And so when they come to the States, you can't be sure that they're going to go by their first name or their Vorname. Sometimes they'll go by their Rufname, which is their sort of nickname or the name that they are known by. So it's a good, it's a good thing to know, because if you're looking for their first name, you're going to find 1,000 other people with the same first name, and you want to have something else to distinguish them by.
Yeah.
Also, in the older records, like medieval times and after, a lot of times they would name the baby after the baptismal sponsors or the godparents.
Oh,
and so I've actually
Interesting.
seen records where they didn't even write the baby's name on the baptism record. They just had the sponsor's name, because it was such a commonly known rule that the baby would be named after its godparent or the sponsor. And so the sponsor's names are written on this child's baptism record, but not the baby's name.
That makes it so
So that's
hard.
a little unusual.
Yeah, that is unusual.
Also, the names will be spelled very differently in the States, because non-German speakers who are writing down the names have to just guess at what they think the letters are. And a lot of sounds in German are spelled differently than how an American would spell them. So like, well, even the word German, a German would say it more like German. And so, you know, they think CH. That's just an example of how they're going to have to guess at how to spell what they're hearing.
That makes a lot of sense when you do see records and the names have been changed, and it's hard to understand if you're identifying the right person. So if we have the baptismal records, are there other places where you could then corroborate, okay, it says this on the baptismal record, is that the baby's name? Was that the godparent's name? Where else would you compare that to see? Do they have the death records written up differently?
So typically death records are going to be in the United States because they're immigrants that we're usually talking about. But if you're researching far enough back that you're in Germany, you're going to find you're not going to have necessarily a death record, but more like a family table or family book that will have birth, marriage, and death information for the entire family. Sometimes even the grandparents, and it will tell the hometown and things like that. But if you're just working with immigrants in the States, yeah, you're going to have to look and make your best guess about, is this the same person based on the names and all the other distinguishing features. You just have to hope it matches up. A lot of times it doesn't.
Oh, that's so hard. Maybe that's where DNA can come in.
Yes,
you can
for
help
sure.
out with DNA.
Absolutely. Yes.
That's challenging. I have German ancestry, and I'm thinking, oh, that line's going to be hard. Oh gosh, I love it. Is Google